Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing this pink look. We're back to the pinks. There's something about this dress that just makes me want to do pink. And I haven't played with the Natasha Denona Love Palette in a hot minute, so I wanted to bring that back out and show you guys how I would use it in this moment. I really love the way that everything turned out. I think it's really balanced and pretty. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then let's go. All right guys, so we are going to be playing with the Natasha Denona Love Palette. I'm feeling a little pink, what can I say? So to start, I'm using my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation and I wear the shade 7.75 and I have on my Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer in number 34 and then I have the Fenty powder all over my face. To prime my lids, I use my MAC Paint Pot in Laying Low. And there's something about this dress, it just makes me feel pinky. So today I'm going to start off by taking First, which is this shade here. And I'm using a MAC 224 to just dust that all over my lid. This is a really beautiful vanilla pink shade. When you look at it, you think that it isn't going to show up, but it actually ends up leaving a little bit of a pink cast. It's very pretty. I don't know where this look is going, guys. I'm just letting you know now. You know, I don't know if I should use this or the Pat McGrath Divine Rose. Let's use this. I haven't used this in a minute, but it's very similar to what I'm going for, the Divine Rose 2 palette, and I'm like, pass. I'm going to take Intense, which is the shade here, and I am using a dense brush. This is a 230 by Smith Cosmetics, and I'm going to just take this and dust it into the crease. Because this brush is dense, it is going to deposit more color than a fluffier brush. So as you guys can see, Intense is coming up pretty intense, and since it is a fluffy brush, it's also helping blend that shade. So I'm just taking that color again and then really placing it into the crease. This is going to serve as our transition shade. And then I also want you guys to take note that I'm layering colors. So I started off with the lightest shade and I applied that all over my lid. Now I'm taking a medium shade and I'm using that in my crease to blend. And anytime that you want to soften your shadow, you go in with a lighter shade. So if I wanted to soften Intense, I would go in with First or even Valentine, which is pink, but a soft pink. I'll show you guys. I'll actually take Valentine and blend this out. For me, I prefer using a fluffy brush when I blend, because it's not going to deposit a ton of color. So I don't want Valentine to really be super pigmented. If I were to take it on this brush, it would definitely be more prominent than using like a 224, which is what I am going to use. And I'm just continuing to build Intense. Now using the 224, I'm going to take Valentine. And I'm just going to use that to lightly diffuse this pink. I'm going to take Giving, which is this shade here. It's a really pretty sparkly pink, and I'm going to apply it with my finger. Oh yeah, it's really pretty. And then I'm just going to press and drag. And then I'm taking that just right up into the crease so that you're getting the color blending up into that intense shade. You don't have to do that, but I personally like the way that shimmer looks mixed into your crease shade. I think it just gives it like a little special touch. And then also, because I did place my crease color right above the crease, I'm using this to just kind of I'm using this shade to make sure that I don't have any gaps between this shade and Intense. So there it is, see? Especially in this inner part. Now I'm just building this shade where I feel like I need a little bit more coverage. I don't know if I want to take Giving and apply that all over. I think I am. I'm just going to take Giving and I'm going to use that as my entire lid color. I was thinking about going in and using a darker shade in the outer corner, but I feel like that's the go-to for me lately. So I'm just going to use this today. I'm going to take my 224 and just lightly buff. And then just press where I need it. I feel like, let's wet this. So I just took my Evian water and I sprayed the shadow directly. And then I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm just going to fill. Yeah, see, that definitely made it more intense. Using a brush gives you more control. Using your finger gives you more pigmentation with these shadows. So like now I'm using the edge of this brush to really get into my crease. And then by using pressing motions, I'm mimicking what my finger would do, but it definitely is not the same as using your finger because your finger warms up the product. I'm now going to wet my brush. And again, I'm just filling where I'm seeing that the shade is not as opaque as it could be. And again, looking at yourself in different directions really helps give you a different perspective on your placement. So it's always really helpful. That was something that I learned when I started freelancing, was stepping back to look at your work. It helps fill in any gaps or catch any mistakes. When you're up close to the person, it's really hard to see the larger picture, right? So don't be afraid to do that with yourself. there we have it, guys. We're wearing a pink eye today, which I think is quite charming. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do liner. I'm actually going to take my Benefit roller liner in the brown shade because I don't want to use something that's going to be super pigmented and black. To me, a black liner is very dramatic. If that's what you're going for, go for it. If that's what you love, go for it. But for me, I want to keep it a little bit softer, so I'm going to go in with brown. I'll come back with a mascara and we'll finish the rest of this look. Alright guys, I'm back and I have on liner and mascara. And for my highlighter today, I'm going to use the Dior Backstage 002 palette. It looks like this. And I think I'm going to take this shade here. And before I do anything else, I am going to take a little bit of that color and then just pop it into this inner corner. Actually, I'm going to wet it. I'm wetting my little brush. This is a 228 by MAC, right? Yep. I always want to say 238, but it's 28. Just to really get an intense payoff. And I'm going to take this also and then, whoa. All right. So when we do that, we don't freak out. We're gonna fix it. I'm gonna just take my blending brush. This is a firm one. This is by Smith Cosmetics. The reason why I'm using this one is because this guy is really pigmented, so I want to sheer it out some. And because I went in with it wet, I want to make sure that I have a dense brush to really blend it out. It's pretty, very pretty. Let's go back to business. So I'm going to take the peach shade here, which is called Glitter Strobe. That's weird. This is Peach Glitter Strobe Bronze. These are backwards. This is Peach. So I'm going to take Peach and then just place it. I know it looks crazy right now, guys, but we're going to blend this out. Again, when it looks crazy, if you take a fluffy brush, you can sheer it out. I'm going to take the bronze shade and then I'm just going to mix. I'm going to also use this like my bronzer and then mix it into that highlight. Again, if you're ever in one of those moments where you're freaking out because you're like, oh my gosh, I messed up, don't give up. There's always a way to fix it. And I feel like whenever you look at your makeup and you're like, oh my gosh, that looks bad, I always feel like there's always that moment where it transforms and you're like, oh, it looks good. So originally I was going to go in with a fan brush by Sephora. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to mix these two, which is the peach and the bronze. I feel like a fluffy brush would have been the right move from the get-go. This is a pretty highlighter. I am going to go in with a brush, with a bronzer, and I'm going in with Cappuccino by Anastasia. I'm trying to give my regulars a break. And again, I'm just going in circular motions. I'm okay with it going into the highlight because it'll soften it, especially the one that I went over my brow. I don't like my highlighter to be so frosty. I like it to just kind of, I like a champagne and I like a gold, not a yellow gold, because I'm not a fan of that. But whenever a highlighter looks that way on me, I just go in with my bronzer and I go over it and it looks good. For my blush, I'm going to be taking Tower 28 in Golden Hour. So because I have pink and I think I'm gonna go in with a pink lip, I'm gonna just go in with a peach blush. I don't want it to be too much pink and I don't want my cheeks competing with my eyes or my lips. Like I want there to be balance. I find that using a nude or a peach does not compete and it looks really pretty. Yeah, see, it looks really pretty. I'm gonna use this Fenty Fly Liner. Again, it's a rose gold. I use this one a ton. I love it. It almost acts as a nude shade. So some of us like to wear white, some of us like to wear nude. I'm really digging the rose gold. Alright guys, so here is the final look. I did take my Fenty setting spray and locked everything in place. And my lip is Fenty Stunna Lip Paint in Uncensored, I think, in Unlocked. I really love the way that this turned out. It is a lot of pink, but it looks really balanced out and pretty in my opinion. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I do upload 3 videos a week and I don't want you to miss any of them. Also, make sure to like this video because it does help my channel. And leave a comment down below letting me know, is this too much pink? Thank you guys so much for spending time with me today, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.